What's cracking, everybody? It's new shoe time for me, and with that we are checking out a brand today that I feel like a lot of people don't even know about yet, which I know is kind of random and it might seem a little off. So the skate shoe we're checking out today, out of here, man. Jesus Christmas, dude. STRIKE MVMNT. Now, this is not a sponsored video. This was recommended to me by a mutual friend who skates here all the time. He's kind of a local. And I was like, oh yeah, those look cool, whatever. But he actually went out and reached out to the brand for me, and they were kind enough to just send me a pair of shoes. They didn't ask me to make this video or anything like that, but I feel like the way things are in skateboarding right now, everyone's so dialed in on just buying the same 5 brands, and I'm sure that's for a reason. They probably are the best skate shoes on the market right now, but I feel like it's worth shedding light on a skate shoe that's being made from a company that seems like they're using good materials, but I don't know that yet. I haven't skated them, and that's what we're here to find out today, if they're actually good or not. Now, I know that they do have some skaters that they're kind of working with, like they're working with Ryan Gallant, and I think they're working with Sierra Fellers. This shoe is called the Street Trainer, and it's their skate shoe. I think they only make one skate shoe. The rest of their shoes are running shoes, walking shoes, like kind of just more of an athletic brand. But they do make a high version or like a mid version, and then this is the low version, obviously. After my homie recommended I skate this shoe, I looked into them a little bit, and my first impression was just that they look a little budget. I think it's because it's so simple, kind of just looks like a cheaper shoe, in my opinion, like when you see it. My opinion changed a little bit once I held it. Like once I got the shoes and I was actually checking them out in person, I can tell that the materials do feel of quality. This material feels like it's gonna last a long time. Like it just seems like one of those nubucky materials or like synthetics that is really gonna last or be hard to rip through. The one thing I'm concerned about is the sole, like the treads on the sole don't look super deep. Other than that, the only thing that freaks me out about this shoe is the toe cap shape. Now, I am used to skating more of a pointy toe cap. So this is like your normal pointed toe cap where it's kind of just comes to a point. Now this one still comes to a point, but the shape is just like a little wider towards the pinky toe area. They're trying to make like a wider toe box shoe, and they're trying to make them more comfortable for the natural shape of your foot. So that's the only thing I'm not sure if I'm gonna like. Now it's not, again, it's not a short toe cap. I don't like short toe caps either. This toe cap has good length to it. It does come to a point. It's just a little wider on this outside edge, and that's the one thing I'm like worried about how that's gonna skate. There is some tech within the sole, like some foam stuff, but it's not as thick as the Reynolds, so I don't think it should be as much of a board feel issue as that shoe was. It's meant to mimic more of a vulcanized sole shoe while supporting the foot with some sort of foam back here and comfort and stuff like that. So the insole does come out. Not much going on in there though. That's a really thin insole, but I think most of the tech is within the actual sole itself. And if you guys want to look up more of like the tech specs of this shoe, just go to their website. These shoe brands, they always name all their tech all something all crazy. I never remember, so I just call it foam. But I'm gonna lace these things up and then we'll get a feel for this shoe and see if this could be another brand out there that's worth skating. So we got these things laced up. This is like the top view of the shape of the toe cap, so you can get a better idea of that wide toe cap look. I did think it was gonna be a little weirder looking down on it, and it's not too strange yet, but again, I'm not on my board yet. That's the biggest thing. But the first thing I am gonna modify about this shoe is that they have those inner tongue straps, and I can just feel it like pulling. It's really tight on my foot, so I'm just gonna cut those tongue straps out, or at least cut them like halfway through maybe. Much better in my opinion. I feel like your pants can actually go behind the tongue a little bit. Better look to the shoe. There's gonna be a lot of traffic out here today. They're running a summer camp. One thing I forgot to mention about this shoe is it is $140. That is very expensive. The company's also based in Canada, so I don't know how ordering them from the States goes, like if you're gonna have to pay some crazy shipping fees on top of that $140, or if there's some sort of US like distributor you can get them through, Amazon maybe. I haven't really looked into how to purchase this shoe yet, but I know they're a Canadian-based company, and the shoe is $140 on the website. Take that into consideration, and the shoe should be of quality and decent to skate, I hope. Initial thoughts, they're comfortable feeling. First couple of tread flips feel completely fine. I feel like the true test with this shoe is going to be like kick flips and frontside flips and just stuff that has like that normal flick off that toe, because the toe shape is so different than what I'm used to. Let me see how this first kick flip goes. Wow, that literally went 1,000 times better than I would have thought. So far, so good. That's a... That's more like it. That's what I thought was gonna happen. There you go. For the couple that worked really good, I can tell there's like more that I'm flicking off of, like more shoe hits the board the whole time, which is fine, but I can like feel that a little bit. And the ones that didn't work just felt like, I don't even know what happened. I was completely whiffed the kickflip almost. So I don't know if that's the shoes or just it happens sometimes too, but as for the first few kickflips, it's better than I thought it was gonna go. Weird. Now we gotta start sprinkling in some switch flips. Ooh, that was so grippy. My switch flips always have a grippier flick than my regular ones. Not bad. Got that grip again. Sorry, I know I'm doing like just a lot of kick flips and switch flips, but like, that is 99% of breaking in shoes. I feel like once I just have flicks dialed in, chilling. Toss in a frontside flip. Kick flips, switch flips, frontside flips, switch heels. I have to say so far, feels good. But the way I want to go about the rest of this video is just with the Reynolds shoe and the D-Lo shoe, I kind of went through like their kind of moves because it was their shoe. But with this just being a skate shoe, I'm just going to go about my session and like just see how my normal like everyday tricks feel in the shoe, because if those feel great, then I don't see a reason I can't keep skating the shoe. But so far, just by a couple flat ground tricks, it feels all right. Oh, lucky 180 out. I'll take it. Fuck. Test out the flip ins. So I'm gonna get a kickflip front crook and a kickflip back nose grind. Obviously, two of my favorite tricks to do. And if those aren't working, then we got issues. I'll just leave the camera here. And I could try to get them both back to back maybe. Might be harder than it seems, but I'll try and get kickflip front crook that way, kickflip back nose grind this way. Didn't realize I put the camera like in the way of my kickflip front crook. Move it over a little bit. Just always scared to trust the new flick and really go for it 100%. Not bad, at least it actually flipped and got into something proper when I actually tried. Wasn't that thing perfect? What the hell happened? I don't know. Just stopped dead. Whoa. Probably shouldn't try to grind it long, just do the end of it. Oh, nose manied. All right, well, I'll take that as a good sign. I mean, there were some weird flicks and missed ones that I kind of whiffed, but there was like 5 tries total to get a kickflip front crook, and then once I did one, got a couple more. I didn't really have any issues with that right there. Everything was flicking okay. I mean, I'm not really noticing anything weird about them yet. I think the biggest thing for me to get over is just the visual, you know? And it's not really equating to the skating. Like, they look weird, but the skating is working fine, if that makes any sense. All right, let's see. I guess switch foot back tail, because that's one of my favorites and something I do every day. And if that is something that isn't gonna be working in these shoes, then I'm gonna rethink skating these. I'll make sure it's sliding first, which it kind of suck, again. Oh, it's just rusty. It's been raining. Try to throw a flick into this one. Felt weird. I mean, I've had more of a problem with this ledge that I skate every day rather than the shoes. This is a bad one. You can hear it. It sounds like a grind. Come on, man. There. Whoa. Not sure if that was captured on the camera or not with the angle, but nollie heel crook pop outs
First tee. Now we're gonna test them out down the stairs. I'm gonna jump for a second. I'm gonna do a trick I'm kind of uncomfortable with, which is switch frontside flip. Do them sometimes, not so much down stuff, but I can and have done them down stuff, so it's just not my everyday, but I feel like it's a good one to bring back and test out the shoes down the stairs. That was the weirdest first go. I don't know if it gripped too much. I think I kind of missed my pop too. I like just flicked and didn't really pop fully. That's the kind of bail that, you know, I don't do this trick that often. It was so strange. I almost feel like I should have landed that one. First go was so weird though that I didn't even have it in me to like commit in my head. How am I bailing that, dude? That was perfect. The shoes feel pretty good though to jump down so far. Like this isn't the tallest thing, but I can still feel the good amount of cushion that they have without it like fucking up my foot setup. Couldn't let me slide with that one, man. I felt like everything was perfect. Just a little lean back, I guess. There we go. That one felt pretty good. It felt like it was nice and flat. You know, I like the flat switch frontside flip, not like the through your legs. That one felt nice. I haven't done one of those in a little bit. All right, well, Shane says I don't be sweating, but I don't sweat like a freak like him, but I'm sweating when I try stuff. But anyway, I want to give you all my overall opinion on these so far and the session and how it went. Honestly, it went pretty good. The material feels of quality, like it's gonna actually last a long time and hard to rip through. I mean, this is, you know, I pretty much showed every trick I did today. Maybe I did a few extra kickflips that I didn't throw in the edit and stuff like that, but for the most part, they held up really well. I think there's a few areas that I want to keep an eye on, like the sole, because this is not very deep tread. I don't know how easily that's gonna get worn down. And then just the overall like floppiness of the shoe, like how quick it flops out, especially at a $140 price tag. And my biggest thing with this shoe, it doesn't look it. It doesn't look that expensive. It doesn't look fancy. It is actually very simple, which I think helps it potentially last long as a skate shoe. Like at least the Reynolds, I have them on right now. At least when you look at this shoe, you can just see all that went into it. It's all very loud. It makes sense that this is $130 in my opinion. But I look forward to skating these more. I'm gonna continue skating them, kind of keep you guys updated in future videos on how they feel and then how they're holding up. I'm definitely glad that I cut out the tongue straps, or at least cut a little bit of it. It feels a lot more like a shoe I would wear now, with like having a little bit of more of a tongue structure. I feel like they use the right amount of foam in this shoe. It still feels like a thin skate shoe while getting a little bit of that compression, like when you jump, or like just it kind of feels more like you have a good insole in the shoe. I'm also curious where they want to go as far as skateboarding. Like they make mainly runners and athletic-y shoes and workout gear and stuff like that. I'm curious how deep they want to dive into skating, or if they want to just kind of tiptoe on the outside lines of skateboarding and have like this shoe that's skatable. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of the Strike Movement Transit Street Trainer? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace, yo.